It's going to be amazing. It's going to be great. They're going to be able to distribute a lot of different stuff. It's going to be really, really powerful for the Chosen. Now, let me get to where I'm a little bit afraid. So this is a massive update from the Chosen this week. Lionsgate, which you know is a massive studio that's worked on a ton of different films, many films which you've probably seen, they have actually acquired the distribution rights for the Chosen. Now, I've seen a bunch of people all over the internet freaking out about this and wondering what's actually going to happen. Did Lionsgate acquire the Chosen? Are they going to start producing it now? What's happening with the show? Is it going to change? What does that mean for us? What does it mean for Angel Studios? What does it mean for all the other distribution partners? To be honest, I don't have all of the answers, but I will do my best to explain exactly what's going on here. I have tried to reach out to the Chosen team and to the press team, and basically I reached out to the Chosen team, they forwarded me to the press team, and the press team has still not answered the questions that I've asked, even though it's been over a week since I've done that. And so I'm trying to figure out what that looks like, but I don't have 100% of the answers. So I do have some of the answers and a small email that they actually gave to me to kind of give some talking points, but most of it is just stuff that we already know. For example, it just kind of explains what the Chosen is, how many views it's gotten. It explains what Lionsgate is, which we all know is a distribution company. It's a big company that works on a lot of different things, right? So this kind of press release that they gave me is really pretty useless overall. And there's some specific questions that I'm really interested in, kind of more deeply into the fan base of things, right? As we talk about fans being fans of the Chosen, what does this actually mean for the future of us and how we interact with the show and how distribution works? And I think generally not much is going to change. I think generally this is a really great thing for the Chosen. This is going to help them to do a lot of different things. For example, it's going to give them way more reach globally. I think this is going to help them because Lionsgate has proven systems, right? So when they go through these different things, they've already got the systems in place to do theatrical releases. They've already got systems in place to do global distribution. They've already got systems in place to make sure that everything is done well, right? And that includes, distributing in DVDs and different things like that. And so as far as I know, they're not taking down the Chosen from places like Netflix or Angel Studios. I know it definitely still has the rights to distribute it on their platform and different things like that. But I'm not 100% sure what that means for everything else, right? So I think overall, this is a really good thing. And we don't have to be worried because, again, Lionsgate is not taking over the production of the Chosen. There's a difference between production and distribution. So production, meaning that Dallas Jenkins is still going to be the director, the team is still going to be the team, they still have full creative control over everything that they're doing, but once they're done with that end product is then going to be distributed through Lionsgate, which is obviously this massive, massive company. So I wouldn't be afraid of like Hollywood taking over the Chosen, just like we talked about in our previous video. This is not something that like we're super afraid of, right? I think Dallas is smart enough to know, how to hang on to his creative control and walk through that. But he also knows when he needs a partner in order to get the goals that he wants to get to and where God's asking him to go. And so I think that's what is really happening here is the team is going towards the goal of 1 billion people being reached by this show. And they want to continue to do that. So that's really what is at play here. That's really what they're focused on overall. One of the major things I was thinking about as well is actually the theater access that this gives them. Remember, previously, all the times that The Chosen has been put out in theaters, it has always been a Fathom Events event. It has been a Fathom Events release. And so this is a very limited release. It's normally a very short time. It's not in every theater, but having Lionsgate as a partner could be a massive change in theatrical releases, meaning that not only could it be in the US, but maybe it could be more globally. Maybe it could be in the UK or Australia or really anywhere, right? Anywhere that Lionsgate has previously been, if they show movies in your area, maybe that could be a way that The Chosen routes through those as well, because Lionsgate is seeing the opportunity that they have to make money off of The Chosen, right? Being a distribution partner, of course, they're not going to go into this out of the kindness of their hearts. Like, they're not a ministry that's just like a nonprofit ready to, like, you know, give up money just to be a part of this. No, they want to make money, and they're seeing how much money The Chosen's making, and they're seeing that this is a good deal for them, which means that The Chosen gets a benefit for being distributed to way, way more people, and then they get a benefit by getting some of the money that The Chosen brings in from these theatrical releases and different things like that. So my guess is that the trend of theatrical releases from The Chosen will definitely continue. I mean, honestly, a part of me is like, I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to air the entire season 4 in theaters. Like, that would not surprise me, knowing that this is the distribution partner now, right? How much money could be made from doing that? I don't know. Again, I'm not an expert on the situation, and I haven't gotten my questions answered from the people that I've asked. So I'm guessing on some of these things, but overall, this is like a big thing. So let me read you Dallas's statement that he says about this, and we'll kind of go from there. So Dallas says, Lionsgate is perfect for us. They're strong and experienced in areas we're not, but also understand what's unique about us and will protect that. So I'm assuming he's talking about creative control, how they do things overall, how they, you know, disrupt the different areas that they disrupt, and do the things that they're going to do. He says, we'll continue to do what we do best, unabated. So he's basically saying they're not going to come in and destroy what we've already created or what we plan to do in the future. And then he continues, and they'll expand our efforts with their tremendous distribution team. The more I learned about The Chosen, the more I wanted to ensure, this is president of Worldwide Television Distribution, Jim Packer, and he is part of the Lionsgate team. The more I learned about The Chosen, the more I wanted to ensure that it is on the best platforms across the globe. It's no surprise that an artfully crafted story about such an important historical figure, unlike anything done before, would be in great demand, said Lionsgate president of Worldwide Television Distribution, Jim Packer. The multi-season approach has allowed The Chosen to consistently build its audience and generate a unique level of engagement. We're excited by the opportunity to elevate this incredible property to the next level of worldwide recognition and popularity. So, lot of stuff there, right? But let's continue. This is another question answered here. The Come and See Foundation will retain and manage licensing rights for all activities within the nonprofit sector. So all those licensing rights for all the activities that are nonprofit, Come and See will kind of have control of those. But Lionsgate will kind of take over distribution for everything else in the system, if that makes sense. So Lionsgate is going to be a big new partner. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be great. They're going to be able to distribute a lot of different stuff. It's going to be really, really powerful for The Chosen. Now, let me get to where I'm a little bit afraid. Quick segue here. I wanted to let you guys know that subscribers actually mean a ton on YouTube. Getting more subscribers tells YouTube that we're doing better at giving you what you want to see on this channel. Right now, about 65% of the people that watch this channel actually aren't subscribed, which is heartbreaking. But anyway, if you would like to subscribe, we'd love to have you as part of the Snipe fam. So just hit that button real quick before you head off this video. Thanks so much. Let's continue. And not necessarily for everybody, but for me personally and for content creators who are making stuff about The Chosen, we have had a lot of free reign, and I've thanked Dallas for this personally for a long time, because really truthfully and honestly, The Chosen has been a huge, huge part of our channel. It's been a huge part of now my business, right? My career, being a YouTuber and all of that stuff. And so, I've been very, very thankful that Dallas, hasn't copyright claimed or copyright striked any of our videos or anything like that. Not that I think we're doing anything bad. I think everything that we're doing is fair use, and we're using it to teach and to dive into the Bible. But Dallas technically could have made it a lot harder for me to use some of these clips and different things like that. Anybody on the Chosen team could have done that, but we've had great relationships with them. So my question now would be, am I going to have any of that relationship at all? I don't think so with Lionsgate, right? Because Lionsgate has these systems in place. For example, if I look at any trailer that Lionsgate puts out online on YouTube, any trailer, it instantly gets flagged by YouTube. And that means that I make $0 on that video. It means that my video doesn't get pushed out to more people because it is it's not being advertised on, right? And so that causes a big issue. So for example, one of the biggest videos that we had last year was actually the trailer for season 3 of The Chosen. So my goal, obviously, for this year, iterating on that, is to really prepare for the trailer for season 4 of The Chosen so that I can break it down, so that I can talk about it, so that I can react to it. But my fear is, now that The Chosen is in this new machine, right? It's a cog in this new machine of Lionsgate. Will that affect our channel? Will that affect Chosen content creators in general? And how we're able to even talk about the show? Will I be able to share a 10-second clip from the show and then talk about it? Will I be able to share the things like I've done before? Or in fact, will all of my previous videos be now copyright claimed from Lionsgate because they have clips of The Chosen in them? So these are kind of my fears that I have a little bit of Lionsgate being involved. And again, this is not going to impact basically anybody else but the content creators online from my experience. But I don't know. We could see some changes, but I don't know 100% what that looks like. So I'm looking for some more answers coming in the future. I'm hoping that everything is just going to be cool and fine. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it turns out, because I may have to change how I do my videos overall. I may have to change the formats and the way that I explain things and how I share the content. If Lionsgate, uses their system, which they have before on our channel. For example, I reacted to the trailer to Jesus Revolution, and instantly that got taken down. So we've seen this from different companies, especially music. Bethel has copyright claimed a bunch of our videos because of certain music that's in our videos that they worked on with The Chosen, and a bunch of different stuff in that realm. So anyway, enough about me, but I think this is a great thing for The Chosen overall. I think this is an amazing thing for all that it has to do with this show and spreading it out to a bunch of different people. But obviously, me being me, right, I have to be a little bit worried for what this means for our channel in the future. So I'll keep you updated on that. I really, really hope it's not a big deal, and that we can still have those relationships that we have with The Chosen and all that kind of continues. But we'll see. I hope you like this small piece of our live stream. If you want to see the full entire live stream, I think it's like 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours long. You can go check that out on our Patreon at patreon.com/thesnipelife. This is by far the best way to help support our ministry and to get extra content, including a full podcast every single week that we do on our second channel, Better Not Easy. Anyway, we'll see you on the next one. Peace.